Yeah.
lug it off in their little Honda scooter, take it home,
Mm.
tinker with it, and fix it. I mean,
Yeah.
they throw away completely. In my opinion, it's such a
Yeah.
I don't want to say wasteful, but just products that I
Yeah.
know, man, there's no way
Yeah.
that shit would sit there in Vietnam. That somebody
Yeah.
there'd be a line of people every day
No.
showing up 6 o'clock in
Yeah.
the morning to grab shit that they can take back home and fix up and resell or use themselves. So it's a completely
Yeah, no,
different.
absolutely. Yeah,
I
yeah.
think,
And that was the thing.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that was the thing that I mentioned to you, what my father said to me, when I threw away that car, that toy. I forgot what it was. I forgot what it was that I threw away, but he picked it up and he said, "What are you doing? You can fix it." So I think that right there shows you the mentality of a Vietnamese, And I'm not saying only Vietnamese, but I'm just saying, it's being Vietnamese and it just happens to have that sort of, mindset. So yeah,
I think I
absolutely.
think I think there are a couple of reasons also. I mean, if you compare it to some place like Denmark, where I of course live myself, right? One reason is that we've been, it's been a wealthy country for too long, right?
Sure.
People are sort of
Yeah.
forgetting what it feels like to not live in a post-material lifestyle, to not have a
Yeah.
post-material life. And then another thing, I'm a history nerd myself, especially war history, right? You look at these different cultures around the world and you look at different wars, and then they lose, then they win, and then you look at the Vietnamese people and you think, like, you study war upon war upon war, and you think, Jesus Christ, these people are survivors, right? There's like
Yeah.
no matter who comes around to invade or colonize them, they
Yeah.
just end up
Yeah, you
literally
can't.
beating the crap out of
Yeah,
them.
it's almost impossible. Yeah.
And with creativity, right? If they don't have anything, they'll just figure out a way to beat people, right? And they'll just do it for as long as it takes until they wear out their enemies. So so that was kind of my history take also, on maybe one of the reasons why this is the case for the Vietnamese culture, right? I mean, the country is not wealthy now, and at least has not seen very much wealth for very long. And then at the same time, it's just a culture used to having to survive all the time with very little means.
Yeah. I think, yeah, I mean, that's just, yeah, I think that's natural, right? For not civilization, but for, like, countries to go through these curves, right? And Vietnam is on its way. So it's doing this, So
Yeah.
eventually it'll get to a point where, it'll plateau. But yeah, no, for sure. It's that drive, that hunger. And you can feel it. Every time I meet somebody that comes here and they want to do business, or they want to do something here, or they come here to check it out, and they always say it about that, that energy, or there's so much energy here. And it's sometimes you being living here, you don't really, I mean, I don't really know, really, I don't really understand it, or I don't really see that. But I mean, I can sense it. I guess you can sense it, that it's everybody is like, because everything is so new. Everything is like not new in the sense that it's the way it looks and stuff like that, but new in a way that that we've never experienced this before. There's never been this sort of like, oh, this, we didn't have this before.